Warning! This video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and as always, I'm joined by...
I am Jordan X today. And today, we have special guest, rapper, entrepreneur, artist, Danny Zukko.
Danny Zukko's
Give it up.
in the house.
Give it up,
Yeah.
man.
What's up, man?
Throw some applause.
And
man.
activist. That's
And
how we met him.
activist. Yes, this is how we met this guy.
Yeah.
So,
We gonna keep saying I'm a rapper though, so I can keep doing rapper things.
yeah. Absolutely. We're going to change the game on that.
You can be more than one thing.
Yeah. No,
We're a lot of things. We are a lot of things on this page. We're a lot of things on this podcast. We're a lot of things in life. So.
Yeah, you got to be multifaceted in life. So, and you definitely are. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell us about what you brought us today.
Well, man, my name's Danny Zukko. You might know that name. I got it from Grease. To me, John Travolta was the coolest kid in school. You know what I'm saying? And I think when it comes to this rapping and stuff, I think I'm the coolest kid around. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I got the name Danny Zukko from. I've been rapping probably, I say, professionally.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah,
Professionally.
like
I've been rapping professionally or in business for myself since about 2016. I went on tour in 2018, and I kind of, revamped my whole little style and how I'm approaching rap music since then. And I came out with this album, Flavorz.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. We got a QR code. We got the
Yeah.
whole thing going on here.
I came out with this album Flavorz, and I came out with the Flavorz box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something special in there for everybody.
Something special. We
got the
tell you what's
flavors
in the
on it.
box, but honestly, that's the secret. So
Got the name
you gotta
on it,
cop this Flavorz
all
box
over
to
it. I
see.
like this.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody who played a part in making Flavorz happen. Shout out to DJ Brother Brad. That's my DJ.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kelly. For helping me come up with the Flavorz logo and things like that.
It looks good. I like it. It's like, what is this, the ice cream truck you got on there?
Yeah. Shout out to Hometown Ice Cream, my boy Lionel, man, for always supporting, helping me come up with the whole. Lionel has his own ice cream truck.
There you go.
He has plenty of different ice cream trucks too. You
He's
guys
in town,
should
right?
definitely look. Yeah, he's
I've
definitely
seen
in
I've seen the
town.
truck. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
home team ice cream.
Yeah.
Team ice cream.
As for the flavors,
Yeah.
what
Definitely.
flavors they got?
Definitely check that out when you. There's a video that goes along with that.
Yeah.
Or you guys can see that. Scan the QR code. Watch the video.
Yeah.
Cop the box.
Yeah.
So.
You got the whole experience here. Like you can listen to it. You can open it. You can. I like what I was telling you about before we even got in here. Is I like when artists come out with merch and have a whole experience, because a lot of artists just want to put their art. I think we have the tendency of just putting our art out there and being like, oh, I'll just let it speak for itself, and being like, oh, this you'll learn. Well, Siri wants to turn. But it's weird how when we do that and then we expect more to come out of it, and it's 3, 4, 5 views, and then we're like, all right, that's it. I guess that was enough. I put all this work in there. I feel like part of the thing that Jordan and I always do is market. We want to push more out there. Hey, let's post it more than once. Let's talk about it. Let's go somewhere and talk about it. Let's tell people about it.
That's how, a lot of that is how we've seen you. Well, we met you during the protests a couple years ago. We met, but then we saw I've followed you as a rapper, as an artist, and everything like that with your debuts, and then also with Raw Talent Battle League doing things with
Shout
them.
out to Cash. Shout out to Cash.
Shout out to all them dudes. I know they're grinding.
Yeah.
So tell us. I don't know. Tell us just more.
Man, I say when we met at that protest too, man, that was crazy. Shout out to everybody that was at that protest. Hopefully everybody's doing well in their life right now.
Yeah.
Officers as well, man.
Yeah.
I think since the pandemic hit, everybody's kind of, when everybody was able to kind of leave home, it was kind of all right, well, I sat down for long enough. Like,
Yeah.
let me take it, whatever I was doing, to the next level, because
Absolutely.
at any time I can just sit down.
Yeah.
You know, so I think everybody
It's almost
can,
like reflection time. We had time to
Right.
sit at home,
Right.
reflect, kind of think about, like, introspective, like what am I doing? What could I be putting more work into? I'm stuck here. I might as well do something, especially creatives in
Right.
general, because we've got
Honestly.
time.
right.
I felt like it was like that pandemic time was like a creative or like renaissance for a lot of
Right.
people.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
You got to sit
Right, that's a
down.
great
You got
word
to
for
like
it.
almost like interpret like oneself and then interpret how you would put that out there for the world. And I know that we've met a lot of people just because of that, right?
Yeah.
Because it sparked this. It helped to spark this,
Yeah.
honestly. And we wouldn't meet all the amazing talent and artists and creative types that have spawned from just that
Right.
point, right?
Right.
So, like, I think as crazy as that time was, like, we all sat down and we were bitching and moaning and shit like that, but, like, as crazy as that time was, it's all been fucking really good because, you know, you got to put in time and effort into your work right here.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not... I think, like, as creatives, a lot of times, like, we feel rushed to put things out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this gave us that time to, like, fall back and, like, actually put in a whole body of work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
I think
reflect.
as artists, sometimes we kind of get lazy.
Yeah.
Like, especially rappers. Like, rappers are some of the most complainingest, like, just the female dog word, but itchy.
Oh, you can say it.
Bitchy.
Yeah.
You know, rappers get real bitchy, you know, to me. And I just kind of, when, I've been studying, though. I think what's very important for young men and a lot of young black men, because we don't read a lot.
Yeah.
Like we just don't read books a lot growing up, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that they, you know, me reading more has kind of mellowed me out. Like, I don't know what like Zen, I would say zened me out, but you know,
Creates a patience in you.
right.
Yeah.
I like reading self-help books. Like, I read the 4 Agreements, and like, I love this book, and it just kind of just makes me just focus on, you know, just getting better every day. You know, I think with social media too. Social media plays a big part in rappers having this sense of, you know, we can go look at Drake anytime we want to, or go look at Lil Baby anytime we want to, and we start comparing ourselves to these images of these dudes that, you know, have put in the work to get to where they're at.
Yeah.
Like, with social media, we look at these, you know, as an artist, we look at other artists that are on different platforms or that have built to get to the platform, whatever they did, you know, whether they hustled, whether it was their, you know, it was their craft, because I don't feel like I'm the worst rapper. I feel like I used to feel like that I'm better than other rappers, like
Right.
rappers that are making money though.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
guys that are rich. I'd be like, man, that dude trash. Everybody listen to him. But then I really stopped saying that, because I had to understand, like, if I think that music's trash, what is he doing that's different from me that has his lifestyle on another level?
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So it may not be his music. It has to be something in his hustle, his business skills, or something that makes people connect to him. And so maybe it's the way he dresses. Maybe it's the way he, you know, maybe he's Soulja Boy in every video or every interview. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I you know, took myself out of the mentality of this, you know, me mentality. And
It's a famine thing. I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
hear that, like, the famine mentality with a lot of people, where it's almost like, if he's getting something, I can't.
Right.
Everybody likes to think where there's there's finite resources. I can't shine if he's shining. And then
Right.
sometimes you realize, like, if you look at like I got a light right there. There's 5 of them. You know what I mean?
Right,
Just because that one's shining doesn't mean that one can't.
Right,
Like,
right, right,
And so, like,
right.
I always feel like it's the same way, where we all feel like we have to, like, pull on each other, like almost to get up. We have to. It's like, you ever seen, like, a kid drowning in the pool, or somebody, like, when somebody's drowning, they always, like, you have to be careful, because when you go to get them, they'll use you to save their own life.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of artists, I feel like that's what we have to do. We have to dunk somebody under in order to get up. But the reality is with the internet and with the social media and everything, it makes it easier to like be seen, but it also makes it
Saturated.
harder to feel seen.
It's saturated.
Yeah, it's oversaturated.
Very much so saturated.
And we're only seeing the good. And I think actually nowadays, and this is what I tell any other artist, any rapper or musician, anybody, like you almost gotta being yourself now is starting to make you. Or it's starting to stand out because everybody is trying to, look so cool every picture. Everybody's trying to,
what's the next TikTok trend?
What's the next trend? Everything's trendy. So when we come across, certain artists, like Danny Zukko, I'm not gonna say like when we come across certain artists like Danny Zukko.
That's what this for.
When we come across certain artists like Danny Zukko, you might get, you get the real from me every day. I train my kids, every single day, and I post that every day. Like I had to get out the mindset, like rappers won't post or artists won't post because they'll feel like, well, they're looking at these artists who are rich and they're watching them post these, $300 dinner plates.
Yeah,
right. So they're like, man, if I'm not posting that, then I can't post. If I'm not somewhere,
that's that comparison.
It's like when people go on vacation now. They like one thing I try to do is like do not post on it. Like I take video and pictures, but I don't post. When I go on vacation because it's just like let me. Enjoy that.
I do. I kind of have a very similar vibe. I'll take the pictures, I'll take the videos, but I don't post till I get back. When I get back, because I need to have time. Like I feel like when you spend so much time trying to make sure, like but people don't see is after the video, after the pictures, whatever. It's you sitting there. What's the caption?
Right.
And you're like, and meanwhile you're on a fucking beach. You know what I mean? You're like sitting on a beach, like looking at your phone because you're trying to show people you're at a beach. And I feel like that's one of those weird things about people is we want to flex on people. We want people to know the real thing. Okay, so here, let me throw this out here. Last night when I was hanging out, I was drinking, and I had this girl named CC Smalls. I don't know if you know CC Smalls. Asia, I think it is on Facebook. But she was talking to me, and I was talking to James about the podcast because he was on last week, and I was like, I'm gonna have this guy. I was like, I'm gonna have Danny Zukko on. She goes, I said your real name. She goes, Zukko. She's like, man, that dude goes on live every day.
Really do.
So
you got like
once a week.
Once a week. I see it.
It's once a week.
But I mean, people see it though. That's the thing. Well, now people know you as the guy who they can listen to and talk to.
I had to understand that, like, social media is a weird place, man.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta.
And we all. What was you saying?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say you gotta utilize it in your own
way,
right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think we're all three of us here are examples of how to utilize social media in your own way. So, like, because we all do go about it differently. I know you got the lives, and it's a lot of like you bring up a lot of like interesting like just topics. Like the other day, you were talking about something about kids. What were you talking about? Like,
we get on kids a lot.
Yeah,
Shout out to PJ Majors too.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to my guy PJ Majors, man. He's a real knowledgeable young man, bro. And man, I tell him all the time, it's almost like therapy for me though.
Yeah. Like
talking to him because he's just so he got like he's degreed up, but I'm not trying to flex on his degrees. It's just like he's from Kokomo. He's from the city of Kokomo, the north end of Kokomo, so he came.
I went to school with him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people know him and a lot of people have seen him grow.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have seen him change. And one of the things we talk about a lot is because I used to had this mentality of spanking my kids. I didn't spank my kids a lot, but especially not like I got spanked growing up. Nothing like I got spanked,
Yeah.
So, and I'm a big guy anyway, so I always, I don't never want to intimidate my kids, like, so I never really spanked them, but I would threaten them with spankings and things like that. And as talking to PJ, he would tell me, we were talking, he'd be like, you cannot give me a single reason where whooping your child is going to help them. You just name me, and he would say, and he would be like, just name me one. And I couldn't name one, and then, people were on there talking, but he was coming up with so many reasons of just, you're not teaching your kid anything. No. Literally, when you're spanking them, the only thing you're teaching them is,
if I do this,
I'm mad.
Yeah, violence.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
So when I get mad and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it's okay to hit.
See, I learned a long time ago that when I spank my kids, it's never about hitting them. Because I do but I don't spank them hard, like it ain't nothing like that. It's more about just the reset. Like to me, like when we play and we wrestle and stuff, they hit me harder. I hit them harder joking and playing than I ever would hit them in anger. And usually I don't even hit them in anger anyway. It's more of like a reset, like, hey.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh. And I'm like, that reset button, I'm like, listen. But it's never like, when I see somebody like whoop their kids, I mean like I just look at them like, you are not teaching them anything except for that violence works.
I've always
Because
been a
violence
fan
works.
of just push-ups and wall sits.
That's a good one. Like you have to understand that is such a good one, bro. Like that's a good one. I've like, you know, man, and a lot of dudes that probably know me coming from where I'm coming from, like they probably see me talk now, they probably like, who is he? You know what I'm saying? Like this is not.
We're allowed to grow.
Yeah, like, but I've grown so much, bro. Like, and I make my kids meditate.
I like that.
And sit in the middle of the room. And like, it's like the whole house is moving. But you sit in the middle of the room, get in the butterfly position, the stretching butterfly position, and just breathe and meditate. And they get pissed. Don't get me wrong, they're kids. You know, they get pissed. But I make them sit there and I talk to them. I actually talk to them why they mad. And it's funny. It almost gets funny. Like my wife laughs, you know what I'm saying? So she, you know, but
it's better than that violence in the house. I mean,
it is
to meditate,
man.
and then it teaches your kids, like when they do have any type of conflict in life, just to kind of breathe,
take
sit
a breath.
there, think about it for a minute.
So many things, and you know, so many things could be in the black community. I know could be so much better or so many things wouldn't have happened if men learn to just breathe.
Yeah.
Like, just take it. That's the most life you can give yourself is a deep breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a deep breath. Take it.
It's nice. It's nice. It's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe get a little bit of substance. I know.
I had to do that before here.
But
right. Like, you can't beat that, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things about the internet. Yeah, like it's one of the best things about the internet is that no matter where you come from, in a lot of ways, you can actually go outside of your environment a little bit and kind of see how things are other places and realize, you know what, this isn't just because this is how I grew up. Don't mean I need to continue. It's not exactly. You don't need to put yourself in the box. There's a whole world out there.
Right.
I mean, get that box, but other than that box,
because I know you want to know what's in the box, right?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Right.
Yeah,
get your merch, man. Get your merch. Anybody that's actually doing anything, man, I applaud you guys too, bro, for staying with it because I definitely now that I think about it, she might be saying when I go live every day, I do go on my story every day and I try to say something that I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't think she meant it as a negative. I think she was just.
I know what she's meaning.
That was what she remembered about. She's like, okay, I see his stuff. Like that. But that's good because that means you're visible. And a lot of people aren't visible. Even artists aren't visible.
Well, I think we try to be, I'm reading a book now called The Way of the Superior Man. And one thing that it is teaching me is, if you are, like, a lot of people try to get on the internet and kind of be gurus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, we watch, we have access to so many things now as far as real gurus and people that we can, motivational teachers or teachings that we can listen to and watch. And a lot of people are YouTube kind of...
They capping, just say it.
They capping. It's a lot
they're appropriating gurus.
Yeah. Like, everybody's trying to sound like they're this and they're that. And that's the one thing I never did that in my music,
Yeah.
So, but I'm not going to say I'm a funny guy, but I do think that I have comedic value in my music. So I think that's the kind of thing that might separate me from a lot of artists that you might meet locally, and you might be like, man, what's the difference between him and Danny Zukko? Because Danny Zukko might be locally, but his music sound different. I think I had that little comedic thing, or
And I think it's something to remember. A lot of people love a line that they can quote. They're like, "Oh, remember?" One of my favorite 2 Chainz lines of all times is it's real simple: wood grain chestnut, titty fuck chestnut. It's simple. It's super simple. But that fucking line there is so hilarious because it's like, oh, this motherfucker just made me think about
Who's your top 3 favorite rappers?
My top, I mean, if you go all the way back, my first favorite rapper ever was Tupac, and that's because I grew up and I was like in '96, 96, and that's when I like found hip hop. It was like Tupac, and I had a neighbor kid that was older that listened to Tupac. He got me into it. Then they started getting an ICP, and I started stopping out because I wasn't an ICP. I was like, I draw the line at clown paint. And then DMX was super important to me around that time too, in like middle school. And then as I got older, I honestly have to say now, like the most influential rapper for me, like of the last maybe like the last 10 years, to me personally, would be like Tyler the Creator, and that's just because the space he operates in is way more comfortable. Maybe it's me being a white guy, but it was just super comfortable for me to get into it. But like when I was younger, it was like Eminem, Beastie Boys were like the guys that appealed to like guys like me. It was like the only, and they all looked like me. And the one thing about black culture in America is you guys make things the coolest. So it's always like I wanted to be a part of it, but nobody was really like me. And then Eminem came out, and I kind of liked a little bit of stuff, but he fell off. But really, for me, I would probably say Tupac hit me the hardest. I really loved DMX when I was younger, and then like Tyler the Creator and a lot of like modern guys. But I was always more of an R&B guy. As a singer, I'm more of an R&B. Like Usher was my shit. I love Usher.
That's dope.
I love Ludacris though. Ludacris was, comedy. When you talk about a comedic rapper who's hilarious and funny. 2 Chainz, Ludacris, those guys are hilarious, man.
This guy's out of ATL like that. Like,
what about you?
They had those
3 for you.
Well, it's funny you say DMX. DMX wasn't. He's probably not in my top 3, but my first concert I ever went to was the Rough Riders and Hot Boys concert in Indianapolis, bro. I was in the 5th grade, bro. 5th grade.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin, his birthday is a week before mine. So my mom we were going together, and like my mom had to work, but his mom was going to take us to the concert. So they got us like these real good tickets on the side, front row. And like soon as we get there front row, we can see backstage, it's a big box that says Cash Money Condoms. Oh, shit. And we was just like, we 5th grade. We like, whoa, like what's going on? Dopest concert. And that's what brings out a lot of the, I got to see, now that I think about it and I speak on it, I got to see a lot of entertainment with rapping. Yeah. Like when the Hot Boys came out, bro, they came out in a helicopter flying across the Kokomo Fieldhouse, bro, and I'll never forget it, bro. They got out the helicopter, they did their thing. That Cash Money condom box was literally a inflatable huge condom that they brought to the front of the stage and just opened it up when they did Back That Ass Up. Yeah. They had girls twerking on stage, man. They had big inflatable champagne bottles, but it really was like water that squirted out, but they pressing in this water coming out. DMX came out in a cage floating across Kokomo Fieldhouse. Eve was there. She came in a bomb. She was the blonde bombshell, so she literally dropped in a bomb. I think that's what caught me. Yeah. It's not just rap. It's like they're having... It's a show. It's a show.
It's a performance.
It's a performance. It's so much It was so much... And that's what you get out of me, too, when it comes to performances. I love to perform. But I'll say my actual top 3 rappers... And they're gonna be crazy. One of them would be Webby. Okay. Webby, I loved Webby at the time. Indeed. Yeah, I loved Webby. I mess with Webby. I would say the ones who and I'm saying the ones who just stuck out to me the most. Webby, Pimp C. I don't know why I'm never pimped nothing like that, but it was just the way
his flow though was
his sound. He made all his beats. Pimp C made all UGK beats too. So I don't know, but Pimp C, Webby, and I would have to say, wow.
That's almost it's hard. It's hard for me to even think about, and I'm not even a rapper like you.
Imagine 3 of them. 'Cause
3 gets a little difficult.
Yeah, I would say because I'm trying to think of influence when I had the most influence on me as a writer. I would say probably Tupac.
Yeah,
bro.
Tupac's he was a big deal for me. I was born in '87, and it was like my introduction to hip hop. I listened to a little bit of stuff, but he was like the first like superstar in my head that I was like, that guy he's ridiculous. He writes like a madman.
Yeah.
He's multifaceted. He's not like, he doesn't just do all songs about one thing. He's got a song about his mom. He's got a song about Brenda. He's got a song about California. He's got songs about everything, and then he also had Jodeci on the track.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah,
I was open to like Ludacris at a young age. My mom used to she used to work for Time Warner, man, and Time Warner used to have these like little pages in magazines, and you can they had all the CDs of artists in the magazine that's basically on billboards.
Yeah, and
you can if you bought 13 CDs, you can get them all for $1.
Yeah.
And my mom, I didn't have I had toys and shit, but I kind of always broke my shit, or always like I was kind of, I don't know, destructive, I guess. And I just remember me ending up like all my toys and shit was broke, so I just had a radio in the room, and she let me order 13 CDs, and one of them was Tupac. I'm like 8 years old.
Yeah.
I had Tupac, Black Street.
Yeah, I love Black Street.
I had a Ready to Die, Notorious B.I.G. And then she had ordered some, and she would just let me have the CDs, and I would be in the room just listening to stories.
I love it.
Tupacalypse. I remember I had Tupacalypse, and I remember the first time I heard Dear Mama, I could rap it word for word.
Yeah.
But I think as far as influence, because he has so many different types of styles, man, and he was only 25 or 24, 25 when he passed.
He was super young.
Like, it's crazy the stories that, he came up with in that amount of time, like Brenda's Got a Baby or Dear Mama, and if you listen to the albums, it was way more content in his albums, that I kind of stuck to. I liked Ice Cube too. My mom loved Ice Cube, so I listened to Ice Cube. My mom was a big influence on. She loved rap. My mom loved rap music, So
sounds like it. I mean, if you got those types of CDs, especially when you're young. And my mom was never really like a huge content, like crazy person. Like, don't listen to that if there's curse words, nothing like that. She just, my mom was just like, no devil stuff. So like, no devil stuff. Everything else was fine. Just no devil stuff. I remember when I got the Usher CD. When I did get that Usher CD, you had Nice and Slow on there. I remember my mom looking at me like, "You sure? You sure you want to listen to that?" And I'm like, it's not that bad. And then like Boyz II Men was a big deal to me too. So like I'll Make Love to You. I remember singing that in fucking 3rd grade in school, and then being like, no, you can't sing that in here. You can't sing that in here. And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought just take my clothes, throw them on the floor. What are you doing?
Look, I'll Make Love to You is better than anything that Usher ever put out, because it was all fucking toxicity about, hey, I like this chick, but I'm with you right now, so let me like not think about like leaving her.
You don't.
Huh?
You don't talk bad about Usher.
Look, he created a whole generation of like, hey, my feelings are changing.
After tonight, don't leave your girl around me. True play for real. He was very like,
throw some fake 20s for real.
Who he is now. Who he is now is not who he was. Okay.
Okay.
Who's your top 3 rappers?
Yo, it goes Biggie, Ye, and then Busta.
Yeah, Ye's a big deal too to me.
And you know what? I will put Ye up there with Kanye, because that's what I was just in my mind, like, but I was on some rapper shit, like, man, Ye still in the game. I can't say Kanye.
Yeah.
But Ye is like,
Ye's a big deal for me too. When I think about like when I was younger and what kind of influenced me. Ye's been the most steady hand. I think since I've been younger, since he came out, like I can always go back to a Ye.
Oh man, I forgot about. Oh yeah, I'm tweaking.
See, it's hard. It's hard. I'm telling
Wayne, bro.
Listen,
it was a time like I think like that 07 to like 05 to 07 in rap was crazy.
Oh yeah.
like you had Lil Wayne was on the top of his game. You just dropped Carter 2 and did all these features.
Yeah.
You had
super big with the
mixtapes,
bro.
Like that.
You had Webby come out. Then you had Jeezy.
Yeah,
like Jeezy's first
Jeezy was
album
big,
was crazy.
I still listen to that.
You know,
weekly.
50 Cent had just, not dropped Massacre like too long ago. Like people, like this rap was going. Like I think that was just a big impact at that time. Like Wayne was dropping them mixtapes, bro. When Wayne was dropping mixtapes, I listened to every little Wayne song, bro.
Yeah, it drove you crazy when you would download a mixtape. Because I know for me, I'd download a mixtape, get into it, listen to it, and mixtape call. Yeah. And then you get in there, damn, shawty. Yeah. How'd you get that?
The
Whatever.
Drought, the Gangsta Grills, the Drought 1, Drought 2, Drought 3, the Gangsta Grills, Dedication 1. That I still listen to those. Carter 1, Carter 2.
Oh yeah.
This is the sad thing about music. I wish mixtapes were still as big as they used to.
Yeah.
Well, the SoundCloud is. I mean, I know SoundCloud had the thing with all these.
YouTube took over the mixtape, man.
Yeah.
YouTube kind of everybody just gonna upload. If you want to upload it for free, you just go to YouTube now because everybody kind of goes to YouTube.
Yeah.
Now.
I don't know, man. I'm such a I like to just sit down and listen to a full album.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just I just want to experience the whole thing. So that's been my thing here lately. Mm-hmm. Just especially it's just no matter what it is, just going back listening to some old Redman, or whatever it is. But I miss that aesthetic of let me listen to your whole collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got into after watching, and I was not a big fan of East Coast rap.
Yeah.
Like certain songs always stuck out to me. Like What We Do Is Wrong, like songs like that.
Yeah.
But I just never was a big East Coast fan. And as I got older, I listened to Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z, and I'm like, whoa, whatever I've been missing, you know, all this time. And then Nas, I remember my mom for Christmas, and when you speak on Ludacris, I liked Ludacris a lot. Word of Mouth.
Word of Mouth is my favorite album.
She bought me Word of Mouth.
So good. For Christmas. I got it for Christmas too.
It was a Stillmatic.
Stillmatic.
Yeah.
Second one?
One of them came out for Christmas. No, it was one of his later ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
The one that had one mic on there.
Illmatic was first, that's Stillmatic.
That's Stillmatic. Yeah, the one that had one mic on there.
Yeah.
Because my mom loved that song when it came out. So she got me that album and Word of Mouth. And I remember I listened to the whole Christmas day. I just, back then, I had the headphones, CD player.
You're taking me back, because I remember this shit, too.
Whole Christmas day, I was just, Word of Mouth. She ain't no Ludacris and them was talking like that.
The first king shit.
Ooh, yeah.
The royal penis is clean, your highness.
What? No.
King shit.
I'm like, shit.
The worst part for me was that I asked 2 different people in my family for the Word of Mouth CD, so I got it twice. So I had 2 of them, and I remember getting that. It was such a weird time for me because I was kind of into a lot of weird stuff at that time. So I got that. I got that Linkin Park CD, the first one that they came out with, because I was really into that. I really liked the
Linkin Park was dope.
Yeah. Well, that first album was ridiculous.
Y'all remember on MTV, in the morning times before school, they just used to play videos.
The best.
Linkin Park was fucking dope to me. Linkin Park and it was a song, bro.
Limp Bizkit. I actually
Limp Bizkit was fire, and they hated on Fred Durst so much. I don't know why.
Limp
Bizkit was fire when they came out.
Exactly.
The dudes that made Butterfly was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that?
That was dope.
There was Crazy Towns.
Crazy,
They were dope, and bro, this rock song stuck in my head forever, and I don't know who sings it, but they got it. They be like, "Wake up."
Oh yeah, Chop Suey by a System of a Down.
Yeah. That's a bang.
That shit's good.
Man, yeah.
That shit's just good.
I rolled back and was listening to that shit this week too.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I listened to all of them.
So you grew up though. You were like, okay.
Let me not forget T.I. too.
Always.
T.I.'s Urban Legend. When I heard Urban Legend, that was one of the first albums where I was since I was younger, when it came out, when I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
I think I was a sophomore when Urban Legend came out.
Yeah.
And I listened to that front to back, and that was wild.
I think just seeing T.I. when he came out after he, like, Urban Legend, after he came out with that second CD, right? Like, and ATL was coming out, and, like, you saw him, and you're like, oh, man, he's a rapper, but, like, he's really good at this acting.
Yeah.
Like, he can do a thing, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't do, but I'm like, always really big words. That's the only thing I never liked about him. It's like, I saw him, he was punking out, who was he punking? He was punking out a comedian. Yeah. Godfrey. Did you guys hear the Godfrey shit? T.I. versus Godfrey? Well, Godfrey, I don't think T.I. can fuck with Godfrey.
I don't think T.I. wanted it with Godfrey. No. It was more of Godfrey was letting him know, like, T.I.'s doing comedy now.
Yeah. He's like talking. He's funny.
I think it is for him. Yeah. I think it is for him because he's intellectual.
Yeah.
And as rappers get older, you have to kind of, if you're not even, he's T.I., don't get it twisted. But, we have that love for the stage. I know it's kind of like, probably like NBA players.
Yeah.
I'm watching, what show is fucking crazy. Have y'all watched
Winning Time?
The Winning Time.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't got into it yet. Don't ruin too much of it. I haven't been able to chance. Watching so many things. I got to
true to life story. How are we gonna ruin it?
Yeah.
But there's some behind the scenes. There's got to be some behind the scenes shit you won't know.
Yeah, about. It's just dope, bro.
I want to see it.
But one thing, I'm not to give it off, but when they were talking, when Pat Riley, when he comes into the show, he's at the end of his his career is over.
Career. Yeah.
Is actually over. So it's like, you can be a millionaire, you can be everything, but when you don't have that passion there and no more to do that every day, like that probably takes a big toll on a man.
Yeah, I love the dynamic in that between Pat Riley right now and Jerry West because they are in these kind of intersecting like parallels, right? Yeah. One is, I don't know what to do with my life right now. I'm in this funk. I have to do something. Otherwise, the other one's, I don't want to really do this right now. I'm in the best position possible, but I ain't really feeling it.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, I'm not happy. So like, it's a really crazy parallel.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it. I keep seeing the trailer on there, and I'm like, man, I think Bo Burnham's playing Larry Bird in it. I don't know. That's what I read, that Bo Burnham was playing Larry Bird. Bo Burnham,
he hasn't even really came in.
They've done like shot the bird, but not
they haven't. He hasn't really.
No, I just thought it was crazy that Bo Burnham was playing. He's like a big old tall, goofy looking guy, so it's kind of perfect.
Larry Bird,
Larry Bird is Larry Bird. Yeah,
dude's acting his ass off too. The one that's in Step Brother.
Yeah.
Oh, John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly's a good actor, but he's been a good actor.
Yeah, he's been a good actor.
He's done a good job of doing like dramatic roles, but he's also done the comedy. Like he can be the guy with his dick, like, don't you put your balls on my drum set? Like he can be that guy. But he's also done like some really serious roles.
I'm trying to think of a good serious role he did too in another movie. He is a good serious.
He's done a lot of them. He was in the Guardians of the Galaxy, but he wasn't real serious in that.
Yeah.
He played the commander. He's the guy's like this ragtag group with a bunch of a-holes, like that whole thing.
I think he's perfect for this show because it's like the perfect line. The show is actually the perfect line between serious and kind of funny.
Yeah. He's walking that line hard. He's walking hard.
Oh yeah,
that's him.
One of my favorite movies.
That movie's hilarious.
One of my favorites.
You don't want to be part of this. Every time. We grew up in an era though before memes, when like our memes were movies, like Anchorman and shit like that. We'd always say like, "How now, brown cow."
Have you ever kind of looked at an older movie and been like, "Oh my god, if this would have came out, this would never have came out." Like, oh, like this is the way.
Walk Hard was one of those.
Walk Hard is definitely one of those. You be like,
how did they even get it made?
Yes, like crazy.
And it's making fun of all those movies, you know, every like Gray, everything. All of those movies about biopics about musicians. It's just going hard on them. It's basically like what the Wayans did for Scary Movie. You know what I mean? But it's like,
definitely was.
I love those parody movies when they're done well. I just can't stand them.
They did another one that was kind of like Walk the Line too. That was along the same.
Was it like a? I know they did that Dickie Roberts Child Star. That's making fun of like star children. Like actually,
but they had a lot of that was dope though because they had a lot of child stars in that one.
Yeah. He brought them in. Let's do this. Like I love that too, because if you're gonna make fun of something, at least you gotta do it to their face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pay homage, get them some money or something. Don't just talk about them.
You know what's kind of great, right? Speaking of child stars, like we're coming to that age, right, where we'll get these great biopics about all these child stars, like Lindsay Lohan and like Britney Spears, and like different things like that. I want to see
girls I wanted to fuck when I was 15 for 20.
yeah, basically. I mean, I'm sure there's some, like, I don't know, you'll get somebody in there, but I think that's funny, like, because I just saw where like Amanda Bynes, right, where like. Crazy enough, right? But she, what's that thing that Britney Spears got?
The conservatorship.
All the white chicks get.
Only for white chicks. It's only for white chicks.
It's only for white chicks because
somebody's like, "Why didn't Kanye get one?" I'm like, "Well, Kanye's a billionaire, and he's a man, so
I mean, so were they.
Well, they're not billionaires.
I mean, they have a lot of money.
Yeah, but billions is a whole different.
All right, cool.
Kanye did it when he was grown.
Yeah. This is true. This is true. They made money as children,
and their
they
parents
can stay
had
children
so
forever.
much rights.
So,
well, Britney got out of hers too, which is good. But then also, if you see her on Twitter,
sometimes you be like, "Damn, do she need it?"
Maybe she does need this.
I think she needs to go back under it, yeah, for real, because she going crazy. But so Amanda Bynes is letting, or her conservatorship is being let go now too, right? Cool. I feel like the same thing's gonna happen. So we're gonna see like 2.0.
I cannot wait.
So I cannot wait for these like these biopics and these documentaries on like as they like spiral down. Like
these documentaries are getting better. I mean,
not to wish ill on your lives, but what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I don't know. I just want to watch it. I like train wrecks.
You also love documentaries too. You're Mr. Documentary. Yeah. Anytime I bring up documentaries, I always think of Jordan because I'm like, man, that dude's probably already seen that. Better ask him if it's any good. Did you finish Genius?
Okay. Weeks ago.
I didn't watch it. I'm still on the last episode. It's
really?
The last episode was like 2 hours, and like I haven't had a chance. I got a new phone. I'm not trying to flex on anybody. But I did get the new iPhone.
You got a TV in your pocket.
I got a new iPhone 13 Pro.
Yeah.
Stepped my game up. I was in that 11 Pro game and stepped it up. And so like everything's been coming over. So it's like my data's just been like bogged down from everything downloading. I haven't been able to watch shit. And I've just been wanting to watch the end of it. I watched like a quarter of it and then had to stop. It's just bad.
I think that one was probably the best one because it was the most reflective, and
I want to
show
see
him.
It looks good,
like kind of breaking down.
Well, that's where.
Are you talking about Kanye?
Yeah, the Genius documentary.
Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, you watched the whole thing too. I'm the only one that hasn't seen the left. See, look, I'm behind you guys. You gotta step up. I'm missing the Showtime Lakers. I'm missing all the good stuff.
You are.
I've been obsessed with the show on HBO Max called Raised by Wolves.
I've seen that first season. I got to the half of the second season, and I kind of...
It fell off?
Yes, me it did. I don't know.
It's crazy, right? It's an insane show.
Yeah, it just kept getting even crazier.
And then,
I was just like... Yeah, man, it's enough for me. Let me pick up a book or something. Like, it's getting wild.
You might have just swayed me because I'm like I want to maybe start the second season. I hate it anyway because like they depowered my boy Father, and Father's my favorite character on the show, and I thought that. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but I thought they were going to kill him in the last episode of the first season, and I was like, if he dies, I'm done. I'm fucking done with the show. Father's my favorite part of the show, man. He's like a sweet guy, but he's also like
a dumbass.
He's a dumbass, but he's also sweet, and he actually cares. And he's the only one that's involved in the show too, because if you watch it, it's a crazy ass show.
I might have to check this out.
It's about like atheists and like religious people, and they have to leave Earth because they fucked the Earth up.
They fucked the Earth up fighting,
and then they're trying to recreate a colony, and they all
on different planets.
All these motherfuckers came to the same planet. At least the one I've seen so far, they all went to the same planet. So it's like they're just doing. Because
they had to find a planet that they can live on. Right. So they basically all ended up on the same.
And then the first thing that you find out is that there's fucking these androids, and one of them is like a flying insane person that could just blow your...
No, she was part of she's part of one of the groups, the atheist.
She was a Mithraic bot that was supposed to fight for them, but
look, y'all had me at atheists, so I'm just...
Well, it's really interesting because they're trying to build this atheistic colony where there's no religion, but then the religious people do show up.
Yeah, they show up.
She like destroys. They have like an ark, and she fucking destroys. It's insane. The whole show is wild. So there's a woman. The woman's like there's a white androgynous lady, but she's obviously I say androgynous, but she's an android.
She gets pregnant by like a
fucking weird entity on the planet.
Yeah, she gets pregnant.
Androids get pregnant.
Exactly.
She got pregnant by like a fucking
snake.
A virus, like a computer virus. Like she hooked herself up to a computer.
Yep.
And got pregnant, and then had like a a weird snake,
a flying snake. I haven't got past the first season, but it's been insane.
This show sounds crazy.
Yeah, and a giant probably walk around.
Have you seen C?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, y'all tripping.
SEA, right?
No, SEE.
I haven't seen that one yet.
No. Oh, no, I haven't seen that. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man, with Aquaman?
Well, Aquaman, yeah.
Oh, bro, it's like the world, it's like apocalyptic,
yeah.
And like, but really what happened is really not well, it is, I guess, but people started going blind. People just started going blind in the world, and like, you know, so they just had to learn to live blind. So like they're tribes and shit now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're just tribes and shit now, but like they you know, they got a queen, and like she got witch hunters, so like they got it's this black dude named Jeremy, and like he could see, so he's going fucking different. Like he fucked the queen, the queen's sister, and got her pregnant. So all his children are coming out with vision.
I mean, you got the perfect excuse, bro. You can't see. I thought it was you, babe.
Yeah, well, he can see.
Yeah, he can see.
Oh,
but
shit.
like, he done learned all this shit, bro. It's so dope. Like the dude from Aquaman.
What service is it on?
It's on Apple.
That's on Apple.
It's on Apple.
See, that's probably why I haven't really fucked with Apple too much.
Ain't Raised by Wolves on Apple though?
No, it might be, but I watch it on HBO Max.
Yeah,
that's
on
where
HBO Max.
Yeah, I watched it on HBO Max, and to me, like HBO Max. I don't know why, but I got in an HBO Max hole, and I feel like I just watch everything on there because it's so good and there's so much cool shit.
HBO Max.
Disney Plus just finally like added some real shit on there. They actually added some like.
You got something good on that now?
They have like stuff that's 20. That's all you have to be 18 and older to watch now. They actually threw some cool shit on there.
Oh yeah, I saw they kept asking me that question.
Yeah, like, set a pen. I'm like, what do I got to do?
I want it.
It's funny because there's so many things competing for all of our attention all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, as artists, is it hard for you guys to sometimes like put down something and like say, hey, I need to work on my art tonight? Or are you guys, if you at the age that we're at, have you guys figured out a way to like almost like shut that off in your brain and say, I'm going to focus on this right now? Or is it a constant battle?
I listen to it. My biggest thing is if you're an artist is studying. Like I think we get to being an artist and we don't necessarily recognize where this art came from, and if we start studying the history, it makes us better artists at whatever we do. So my biggest thing, like I study a lot of Nipsey, you know, just because how innovative he was as far as, you know, rapping.
And he never switched up either.
Yeah, he never switched up either. But I'm just one of those guys. I think the biggest thing you can do to help yourself. I listen to a lot of actually Kevin Gates. I listen to more of him talking now. Yeah. And one of the things he talks about a lot is getting 10% better every day. Like, so even if I'm not necessarily like, that's why I make sure I train my kids every day. That's why I make sure, you know, I know as a father I'm getting better. You know, I know. I'm praying every day. I wake up and I pray every day. You know, my mind is just better if I'm making sure that I read at least one book a month. Yeah. You know, I know that I'm getting better every. You know, because we get caught up in, you know, trying to get it all done at one time. Like get better at. You know,
everything.
3 years. I want to be 3 years better in a week. That's what we think. Like, I want to be a year better in a week, but no, it really takes a year for you to get a year better. And then when you finally see yourself in a year, but it's so hard to do that. That's nothing that's, you know.
You need a plan, and that's what it sounds like you've devised as a plan of attack. Like, I want to get 10% better every day. I want to read one book a month. You're setting goals, and I think that's something you learn with maturity. And a lot of people, we don't have that when we're young. In my 20s, I didn't have any idea on how to set it. I thought I could set a goal, but really, like, my goals were so small, and they were.
You think our life is like lost if we're not rich in our 20s for some reason? Yeah. Like we think like can't do shit, but it's like, you know, give yourself time.
Yeah. The 30s are where I feel like that's the spice of life.
I think that's where you learn the most self-control.
Yeah, self-control.
Yeah.
That's the Frank Ocean song, Self-Control, right there. Sorry, when you said it, I'm like, self-control. The lyrics are behind us. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs by Frank Ocean. Yeah,
I mess with Frank Ocean too.
I love Frank Ocean, dude. He can do whatever he wants. I let him. I'm like, man, it's been 4 or 5 years since the album. take your time, man. Whatever. At this point, I want it now, but take your time.
He's like
He
Kendrick.
came out with that one like last year. It wasn't very good.
He
But...
came up with a bunch of singles, no album.
Oh.
The last album was Blonde, and that came out when a long time ago.
Oh no! Didn't he come out with something? They had the Ferrari on the album cover. It was like colored, like painted or something like that.
Oh. And if it was an album, I'd know about it. I'm not trying to act crazy, but he's been working on that.
He didn't sound like himself though, so like it was like a different project.
He was been working on. He's got that new brand, that high end fashion brand. Drake was just sporting like a big ass, like I think it was like a big fucking chain that he made. That's part of his brand.
You know
what I'm talking about? He's got a brand.
I know
that he's
exactly
been
what you're talking about. That changed like $3 million.
Yeah, it was, and it had like almost looked like an atom with like it was crazy looking. But he's doing a lot of that kind of stuff. So he kind of moved into the fashions and more into the fashion industry too. Yeah, him and Ye, they like to mess around with that. Yeah, you got to do it all.
That's what you got to do. Man.
You got to
get yourself
diversify.
on.
What's the diversify?
Taking a
your
little bit of
bomb?
promo, you guys.
Gang, gang, live on the Kokomo Press show.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, honestly, like there's so much going on in the rap game. Have you guys checked out the Lil Durk album? You guys listening?
Bro, I'll check out. That's the one thing I would say. I'm gonna cut you off.
You're fine, you're fine.
But I'll check out everybody.
Yeah.
Like I go to Apple Music search, go to hip hop, and literally I go to if their album is on there, I give it a listen. I don't care who it is. I think that's what I think as an artist, as a rapper, one of the worst things, and I hear a lot of them be like, one of the worst things you can do is be like, you know, not even give nobody a chance.
Trash. He's trash. Everybody's
look
trash.
at the way they look and be like, oh, he's weird, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you listen to them, they might be that, you know, they're a younger generation. So I got to understand what they like to listen to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to sell your music, you know, I love music, but I'm trying to make some money.
Big facts.
Trying to make some
Big
money
facts.
making music, you know, and the only way to do that is being able to sell to everyone in my audience.
Yeah.
You know, I want to sell to the, you know, that's why I use samples. I'm going to sell to the older crowd, to the 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds who still love rap. My mom's, I don't want to get my mom's age out, but
Yeah.
you know,
she's forever 27.
Yeah, right. Right.
I got you, Mom.
Rock forever 21, but just
It's her 13.
I love it.
Kanye's the GOAT, bro.
Man,
Kanye's the GOAT.
He really is. Like, he's got such fun. He's one of those ones too that's also funny. He's also got lines where you're like,
Definitely
damn, this is funny
comedic
shit.
value.
Yeah.
I think Lil Wayne, I think some of the best rap artists, even Pimp C, you know, funny. I think some of the best rap artists to me have a comedic value. I mean, you know, when it comes to rapping, everybody, you know, got a tough guy approach kind of that they want to take towards it. And I think even as we said the same thing about kind of how we were saying about social media, if you want to set yourself apart from everybody else on social media, the only thing you got to do now is be genuinely yourself.
Yeah.
You know, rappers, if they actually like don't fall into the tough guy persona, you know, and they genuinely be themselves in their music, they always stand out. Like they always have like an organic fan base. Like
I do want to bring up before we. I don't want to. I love the conversation we're having, but I do want to talk about the Raw Talent Leagues. We tell us a little bit about that. I do want to, because Jordan has been telling me about this Raw Talent League. Telling me he's like, we got it's just out, and then I had to work on the Saturday. You guys did the last one. I'm like, I'm hoping I can catch one when I'm actually off on the Saturday.
Yeah,
I actually want to come out there. I saw you guys did it at the record shop.
Yes,
downtown,
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah.
Man,
big shout outs to Ben and Mike. We know them.
Yeah. Them my guys, man.
We did a show with them.
Yeah. I definitely, them guys are like, when I talk to them too, man, it's like therapy speaking to those guys too, man. Shout out to those guys, especially Ben, man. And Mike too, man.
Yeah.
They just good guys, good guys to communicate with and talk about life with. But shout out to Cash Hicks. You know, he's from Kokomo, Indiana, man. He started Raw Talent Battle League.
Yeah.
I think I don't want to say when he first started Raw Talent Battle League, but he's been
going on for a couple of years.
It's been
at least like 2 years now, right? Consistently.
Yeah. It maybe
It's
it's
growing.
been more
Definitely
than
is.
that.
I'll tell you, I got peeped to the Raw Talent Battle League because of my homie Bells.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually my neighbor at the time, and he peeped me to it. He was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm doing these things, and like the rap battles." And I was like, "All right, bet, let me check this out." So started watching the videos, started following the socials and shit like that. Shit has just started blowing up. Like I think the pages have like 20K plus subscribers and shit like that. Y'all are really blowing up. You're doing shows, almost monthly shows. This is almost like, honestly, this is almost like rap wrestling. Like really think about it. Like, and that's why I love the appeal. That's why I've been telling this guy, hey, we need to get these guys on there. Because selfishly, I just love wrestling and everything.
He's like, but it's also rap, Jordan.
But it's also rap.
It's not just wrestling. It's also rap.
So this is the appeal for it. I know you got. They have a show coming up May 7th.
Yes, May 7th.
That one will be at American Dream Hi-Fi again.
Cool.
Yes,
so look out for that.
Shout out to Cash too. As far as him just being he started this league. Cash started this league. Cash, man, he books the Cash battle raps himself, but he became a business owner in this.
Yeah.
So he books the battle rappers themselves, and they're all from every part of Indiana. Like, you're not just getting Kokomo, you're getting Fort Wayne, you're getting dudes from Nap, you're getting dudes from Gary, you're getting dudes from Chicago, out of town.
I've seen guys from Ohio, down in Tennessee,
right,
all sorts. Like,
he actually has like this, and he's getting bigger getting bigger rappers to battle rappers that have a big platform.
Yeah.
He's having them battle on his stage too. He had Mac Myron before. He hits, I think on May 7th, it's a big battle rapper named QP that's going to be there. So, I applaud. I just really applaud bro for just sticking to it and letting me be a part of what he has going on.
Sometimes when something doesn't exist, you have to have somebody like your buddy Cash that just steps up and says, I'm gonna create this thing. I want this to exist. Well, I'm just gonna make it happen.
He definitely did that. And,
I love it.
We started selling food at the rap battles. We sold out. We started selling my grandmother's soul rolls. So make sure y'all come out and eat good. Everybody's gonna
May
eat
7th,
good, man. May
American
7th.
Dream High Five. There's gonna be when you guys get the you guys have the flyer already?
Yeah.
We'll put it on the page. Let's put it on the page. You can kind of see it on here, but
kind of see it right there.
We'll put it on the page.
Yeah.
He always does this, and I'm like, I can just put it in post.
Yeah, I know you do. Right.
When I edit.
Well, I wanted to pull it up just to throw down the matches. It looks like we'll have the Mortician Pope versus Thintic? No, I'm sorry, I can't read his name.
Oh, Seif.
Okay.
Seif.
And then we have Shiesty Foe versus
Mikey Ruthless. Oh my, that's gonna be crazy.
And
crazy.
Infrared the General versus Rocky Cold-Hearted. Rocky Cold-Hearted is his
dog.
Name is the actual truth. So look him up because he's doing big things and he's raw, just absolutely fucking raw. Then we got DP versus Sassy.
Sassy.
Okay,
QP. That's QP.
I'm sorry, QP versus Sassy.
My bad, DP.
And we got
we got on mine, Jordan. You said DP.
Smacky. I don't know Smacky too. I don't know who you facing with. I know Smacky's on the card. He's a good battle rapper too, man.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. May 7th.
Yeah, May 7th.
American Dream High Five. Is that Saturday?
Yeah, I think that is on a Saturday.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you came through when we did our show.
I came through there.
That was a baller. Yeah. We that was the first time I played in the shop down there, and I was very. We're five. I have a 5-piece band, and so putting our drummer in the back's kind of rough, but it was still sounded pretty decent. I enjoyed doing the show, and the energy in there. Although it's kind of like a little thin, it almost makes people get together closer.
Yeah,
it's a nice intimate vibe.
Yeah,
I think
intimate
for
vibe.
something like this, it definitely the vibe will definitely match the aesthetic that you're trying to bring in, right? So I like it. Definitely. You said who'd you say soul rolls? Who's this?
Yeah. My grandmother has this recipe with soul rolls. They're turkey and greens wrapped in an egg roll. Wrapped in an egg roll.
Yeah,
and we were selling those and sweet potatoes and macaroni and cheese, man. And we sold out at the rap battle. All the battle rappers bought it. They sold it. We couldn't even. You know, so it's gonna be some good food there.
It's always good. The worst thing is when you do
all.
all that and then nobody buys it and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Instead, you're like, oh, Grandma, guess what? It was killer.
Yeah.
You sold out.
My
That's
mind is
awesome.
blown right now at the thought of like egg
Turkey,
rolls with turkey and greens in it.
Yeah,
It's just
fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
I can already just dip it in hot sauce. Just,
we got a sauce for you.
you got a
Oh,
sauce?
you got a sauce.
Oh, bet.
got a
All right,
sauce
bet.
for you.
I'm
Bet.
saucing. I'm
Yeah,
saucing.
and like I don't think the battle rappers knew what we had like at first, and then they were like, because I was letting everybody know in the store like, hey, you better get some of that food back there. You better get some of that food, because I knew once kind of it started going, like
It's
dudes,
gonna go.
dudes were in there, you know. So I told my wife, I was like, man, they ain't asking for no food yet. So I was like, just make me a plate real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna eat it. Man, I came out there eating. All of them was all in my food. I'm like, hey man,
Get your own.
Corona man, Corona man.
Go back
Don't
there.
go back there. I've been telling y'all it's back there. Don't try to look at it now.
What's
Don't
that?
breathe
what's
on
that?
it now.
No, my brother, you got to get your own.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I love it. I love like the great thing about that is you said Cash Hicks, and I'm wondering if there's some relation there to you.
No.
You guys just got
relation in soul, man. Relation in soul, man.
There you go. And you got your grandma making food, right? You said
My grandma, she created the recipe.
Oh, okay.
Her recipe.
But that's still like it's a lot. And you said your wife's a part of it, so it sounds like a whole family affair. I love that. What I was trying to get to with all that is it sounds like a lot of people, family affair, a lot of close people. That actually
Usually when I do any business or do type of work with anybody, you know, I kind of like, even with Jordan, like we kind of knew of each other, but you know, we kind of like, you know, seen each other a couple more times before we built a relationship to be like, you know, come up here. You know what I'm saying?
You
I'm
gotta
kind of
feel
like
people
that.
out and shit, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of like that person with everybody, you know. And once I know you, I kind of, you know, I'm a father, man. So I just kind of give everybody a respect and let's do something. You know, I'm kind of like, let's get the ball rolling. Like I'm that guy. Like, we're in this town. This town's pretty boring.
We talk about that a lot. I mean, it comes up almost every single podcast. So we're very like artists forward. We're always trying to collaborate with people, trying to get people to get involved. We have a platform. You know, we've got we're going on 12K followers.
Yeah,
we're moving on up. We're moving on up, and that's just on Facebook.
Good.
On Instagram, we got a couple on there too. And
This is
we've got a
episode
thing
40
going
of this particular platform,
Yeah,
actually. So
yeah, and this is just one of many things we do. We do a lot of different stuff. I mean, Jordan obviously has the Messley managing thing going on, and
shout out to my boy Christian.
Yeah, Christian's doing his thing. Christian's doing his thing. You're in a feud. You're in a feud right now.
I know you like your boy Christian, right?
Okay, listen.
But look, August 9th, he has to go up against my boys,
Okay.
the gold standard.
The gold standard. Okay.
Yes. And look, Christian Cash and Justin Terrell, they're going to hand over those belts. And, man, they're going to go look really, really good as I hold them on my shoulders for my unit.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you
Okay.
go. Christian Cash. We got Cash Hicks. We got a lot of people with some cash in their name.
Bad
Cash
boys of
money.
wrestling, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Cash to come up here with a couple battle rappers, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely, you know.
Yeah, we got to get out there. Honestly, I want to get out there and go live on the page. Let
That'd
people
be
see
dope.
it.
That'd be
actually.
dope.
We talked about doing it last time. I ended up having to work, and I think you ended up having something going on too with the family.
I was a little under the weather.
Yeah, you were
didn't
sick.
wanna-
That's
yeah.
yeah. Didn't
want to come out there and like spread germs.
We both were talking about it. We're like, we need to get up there. We need to go do this.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah.
go live, let people see this. And then both of us were like, I was like, hey, are you going to be able to make it? He's like, I'm sick. Are you going to be able to make it? I was like, they forced me to work. And I'm like, fuck, man. How did neither one of us make this work? But having you here is going to be helpful anyway, just to get the word out, to let our people know what's going on and get them to check out you in general and check out, it's out now.
Yeah.
Flavorz, check it
Flavorz.
out. It's out. It's
With
out
a
now.
Z, and it's on all platforms.
Yeah,
It's on
all of
Apple
them.
Music,
I love
Google,
Put it there. YouTube,
everywhere, YouTube,
Spotify. Check
it's
it out
on
on
there.
Tidal,
Tidal is on there.
Google Play,
on there.
iHeartRadio.
Deezer. I've never
Deezer,
heard
whatever
of
that
it.
is, yeah. That's what when I signed up, I went through Deezer, man.
Deezer.
Yeah, Deezer
Deezer.
nuts. I'm just kidding. It's actually a real thing, but
I believe it.
There's so many different ones. When
Bro,
we were
Target got one.
Target, yeah, they have their
like
own.
They got their
everybody-
own app.
Yeah, streaming service.
Streaming
Wow.
service.
Yeah.
It's so many streaming services.
It's called Target.
So maybe we should just create our own too.
Let's create our own streaming.
They have a
service.
streaming service for the prison system.
What?
Cause I know a rapper that has went
Yo,
platinum.
Bob Barker is making all sorts of money. Jesus fucking Christ, man! Like, can we take him down or something?
They have a streaming service through the prison system, bro.
That's great. You said you had a.
It's called GLC or something. And like, I know a rapper that went platinum through the jail system. No music on the radio, no big YouTube views.
Was it through the phone?
Through
They
like
got
Shine style?
Well, they got apps now. Like, well, they got. They're allowed to have phones.
They got
Yeah,
iPads and
oh,
phones.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
they got
kinds of shit.
iPads and shit. So
watch
they're
jail
listening to
TikTok.
music.
Yeah. My kids got. They're already working on jail. The way they're on their tablets all the time. I'm like, you guys, you'll be good. You'll fit right in the system, I guess.
Cool.
We're gonna systemize them already. It's like a systematic thing. I don't know. I like it. I think it's important though that like, I mean, even when you're in prison or whatever, jail obviously is worse than prison. I feel like jail's worse than prison, right? Prison's just longer.
They're both bad.
They both suck.
They're
Obviously,
both
it's not great.
institutional.
But I know people that say
bad institutions.
Institutionally
bad.
But they're like, hey, we're gonna make it more enjoyable by giving you guys iPads or whatever.
Yeah.
Tablets is what they say. Here's a tablet. Go platinum on here. Like, how do you even record? Like, do you have a mic?
No. He hasn't recorded in jail. He's recorded his album outside of jail. He was in jail for a long time, and when he got out, he made the album and put it on their streaming platform. And the people that's in jail around the jail systems around America, they listen to him on that streaming platform. So he didn't I think he went platinum or something, close to platinum, like through streaming wise, like close to platinum streaming wise.
Well, Kokomo Press Podcast coming soon to GLC.
Check us out.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh man, I'll go platinum on there too.
Yeah,
Let me go platinum.
Look, I was about to put my music on there, and I probably am, but I just want to get a little bit more established first.
Yeah.
Just let me get a little more
I don't know if I like the thought of people using their commissary to like buy albums or like, how does that work?
They definitely use money to get them. I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They definitely.
I mean, but that's a whole different discussion. I'm sure that
whole different
like they just created a new racket for people. But
yeah, they always create another way to make money off people already in the worst times. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
they got to figure it out.
Spay and neuter your animals.
Yeah. Spay and neuter your animals. All right, well let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's get it going. We just had your man, Danny Zukko.
Big time.
Oh well. Tell me more. Like, do you have an album?
Hey, bro,
yes, the
and
album's
listen,
out.
I'm happy that he said that because next summer my goal is to recreate a Grease video. Man,
I
I
can't
want
wait
the
till
whole city. I want
I
everybody
can't wait till we
out
get the
there,
calls.
bro.
We're gonna be actors.
Like everybody.
Listen, I'm gonna dance for this.
Yeah, like for sure.
We got to go to the Howard County Fair, because they did the fair scene at the
That's
end.
what I'm saying.
Let's
like this summer, I'm gonna try to get it done, but I'm gonna try.
Didn't Outkast do like a cool version? Like Outkast did the Roses
they
video.
Did, it was like a.
Yeah, but it was like it wasn't as we can make it cool. Yeah. Let's make it cooler. Hey man, we have a production studio. We'll get it going. Let's get it going. Yeah. We'll help however we can. We'll get the whole. We'll call Maddie up. Tell Maddie we're doing it. Maddie Outhouse Productions. Outhouse. We'll help out. Yeah. The more people, the better. We'll get a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah. We definitely can, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, we got Danny Zukko here. Check it out. Like I said, album's out now. Flavorz streaming everywhere.
Get the Flavorz box.
Get the box.
So you can find out what's in the box.
Yeah, you won't be able to know what's in the box.
Yeah.
Unless
you gotta get the box though.
I'm Jordan Granger.
I'm Jordan Bell.
I'm Danny Zukko.
Love you guys. 2 kisses.
Too sweet, yo.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger. Jordan and I are very happy that you guys tuned in. All of our links are available. We've got YouTube, that's right here. We've got our Twitters, I'm going to put those right over here. And then we've even got like Patreon, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got all the places. So please check us out. And merch, we have merch. Check out our merch. Oh my God, we have merch. So if you love the Kokomo Press, you enjoy the Kokomo Press Podcast, or you just want to, help out and do something with us, check out the Kokomo Press on merch on ProWrestlingTees.com. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on all the places that we have available. Thank you for listening to the show. We love you.